Hey, how y'all doing? So this is the video by popular demand. Moving to Thailand, 101, or just moving to like the East, Asian minor companies. So I'm a father of four and a husband. Been with my wife for 17 years. So quick intro, we moved from Colorado to Houston, basically to be able to afford have a more affordable lifestyle. We're not club goers, like we're simple people and just looking to be able just to afford our rent and things like that. So that's what we looked at being overseas because with the redlining and all kind of things going on with our American country, we noticed that, man, they make it real hard for you to get in. If you didn't buy a house 10, 12 years ago or have investments on properties around that time, good luck, it's a struggle. So real quick, if you are a person who has a family, all right, the first thing you want to consider, if you want to consider like Thailand or China or anything like that, you want to look at homeschooling, online schooling. They have very cheap tutors, okay? Or one person can actually work and afford everything while the other person just handles the kids and family stuff. That's why the motto on my page is turning back the clock. It's like going back to 1999 with a lot of these prices. So with Thailand getting more expensive because people are moving there, that doesn't eliminate all these other places. And you'll notice when you start looking at other countries, like doing your Googles and YouTubes and stuff, you'll see like, okay, wherever there's too many expats, it's expensive. Inflation's there. So you want to avoid those places. Okay, the only reason we came to Bangkok is because I do Muay Thai and I need my credentials for opening my gym where my wife works online as well. And I teach online too. So when you got a family, the first thing you want to do is, look at the DTV visa, but they want you to have all kind of money in your account. So specifically for Thailand, it's safe for kids, number one, but you want to look at Khan Academy. Okay, that's for online schooling. And Mia Academy. These places are good. Now imagine, you have tutors and nannies for 350 baht on average. That's like 10, 12 bucks an hour in American money to help you tutor, cook, do your laundry and things like that while your kids are homeschooling. Okay, so check those two schools out. Now the next big thing is the jobs. So some people just be like, man, where the jobs at? How you making income? All right, so the only jobs you can have is, of course, is that English teacher gig. You can either do that online or you can do it in person. Now, the bad thing about Thailand is that they want you to have the bachelor's degree. So if you got a bachelor's, you're skipping the line off top. So if you don't have a bachelor's, you're better off just going to other places to teach, So that's like on DaveELS.com. You'll see these teaching jobs. These companies post job postings from these different schools, and sometimes the school's making the posting, but you'll see that a lot of them do not require a degree, but they require a TEFL certificate. Okay, now this certificate is just like a quick certification that you could teach English. I got one. I ain't gonna front. I had somebody on Fiverr do the courses for me. Okay, so you can do the same thing because all it is elementary school English that they're teaching you. So you're doing elementary school all over again just for this certificate. All right, so you can judge me, but I'm keeping it transparent because a lot of these YouTubers and stuff and TikTok travel people, they're gonna lie to you and sugarcoat stuff. I'm not. All right. So now you know the schools. If you're a family person, you got those two schools online. International schools and stuff are too expensive. All right, they're like $4,000 a semester, up to like $8,000 per kid for the year. Like, it's crazy. So you got them schools, the jobs. You got to teach English or be online. Now the third thing, you can do the backpack style. The backpackers, man, they just come in with nothing, which I don't suggest. But if you do that, a lot of those people, they're single, or it's just like they just got a spouse. They'll stay at hostels and or they will volunteer. So when you volunteer, these hostels and these programs, nonprofit programs in Thailand or these other countries in the East, they'll feed you free meals. Okay, they'll have you stay in their hostels, and it'll be like $4 a month, $6 a month, but you're sharing a room with other people. But the difference is ratchet as that sounds, the difference between doing that in an American context versus here, the Thai people are insanely nice. All right, we're in Bangkok with 4 kids. Bangkok is like crowded, like a New York City. Traffic everywhere. It's hard to walk anywhere. And I see why they say it really ain't for kids, because of how crowded and busy it is. But the people are nice, even down to the homeless people. Okay, like they're really kind. So imagine someplace super busy and people are just kind. So that's why the hostel idea might be a good idea. But again, you're sharing a room with people, you're getting free meals. That's like the lowest, cheapest way you can go, and affordable for those of you that don't like that cheap word. So now that leads me to you guys, okay? There's a lot of scams out there. You look it up where people offer to be a tour guide and to help folks. They just scamming the crap out of people, taking thousands of dollars. We not on that. All right, we're avid believers. I love my black woman that I'm married to. Love my kids. I train them. Like my page, like it's a lot. Everything I do is faith based, man, and like Old Testament warrior like code. We live by a creed over here in my section. So I say that to say, if you need a tour guide, meet you at the airport, because the airport can be nerve wracking. You can watch all the YouTubes and everything, but man, like getting through immigration, it's nerve wracking if you've never done it before. Okay, nothing can prepare you for that except for you just going through it and being at a foreign airport like Tokyo, which is where our connection flight was. It was super confusing. All right. And we ended up spending extra money on a hotel we didn't even need because we had an 8-hour layover, and there was a cheaper hotel like across the street, but we didn't know how to navigate over there because everything was like really not simple. Even the terminals, finding the right terminal was crazy because that airport is not a regular airport. So things like that, I'm like, man, I can only imagine if I had somebody like along the way, FaceTiming or something, just tell me what to do. But yeah, if you go on that Tokyo way, oh my God, we can help you out with that. All right, because that's crazy. As well as coming into like places like Bangkok. If you're a family person, you're coming with kids, you got to have stuff for kids to do. And we've been to the night markets late at night with all 4 of them. Man, super safe. Like they got a village mentality out here. So I don't know if it's the same thing in Vietnam. We're going to make our border run over there. So like we're doing all Asia Minor, but we're going to check out Vietnam and see if it's the same vibe. Don't know, but in Bangkok, super crowded, but people are super friendly. People can coexist in crowded spaces if they're respectful of each other, and they got that here. So I'll give them that, because definitely couldn't do that in no LA or Compton or Fifth Ward or Guns Point out in Houston. So yeah, check it out. Hit me up. If you are coming out here, we're leaving in October to make our border run. All right. And we're either going to go to, per request, either China or probably back to Thailand. And then that's when I'm going to like really amp up like all the fight stuff. But if you're not into all that stuff, don't worry about that content. We're also going to check out Bali, but basically all the things that you see these content creators gatekeeping and being real standoffish about, we're not on that. We actually want to help our people. And I know I'm only human. My wife's only human, so we can only get to so many people at one time. But I believe in good people finding each other and sticking with each other. So it's about time good people come together in this wild world, and just knowing where to find solid people. So that's kind of what this whole thing is about. And we're just moving abroad to save money, and couldn't do it in Houston. Like, it's either you work yourself into the ground, you're barely home, and when you're barely home and you got a family, your kids go to the wayside because you got to mentor them. And your marriage or your relationship is struggling, you're tired, you guys are tired, so you're arguing more, you're arguing about who's sharing duties in the house, and it's all a setup. It's a setup for you to fail, all right? Because divorce money, divorce courts, they need money. Child support people, they need money. They need your money. And they're going to need more of your money each year, all right? So, and I ain't even get on the food. Like, that's a whole nother monster, because it don't matter where you go. It ain't got to be Thailand. It just got to be out of the States. And, you're getting healthier. Like, my daughter, for example, she has an egg allergy. She accidentally ate some egg products out here, had no breakout, had no real allergic reaction. That don't mean we're going to start feeding her eggs. We're like, hold on, let's watch that. But something we got to be real careful about. All of a sudden, you don't have to right now. But we'll see. We're going to continue to update as we go along. But God bless all the good people. I believe in y'all. Stand strong.